This must be Paulette McWilliams.
This must be Mr. Alan Greer.
You're right on time.
Yeah. It's 7 o'clock here and it's 9 o'clock there. So you said 2 hours. And I'm telling you about this. I have a lot of family there, so I pretty much always know what time to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I haven't started the show actually yet.
Oh.
But I'm going to get started
Okay.
in a few minutes.
Okay.
Please hold.
Okay. Oh, no.
Good evening. Good evening and welcome to Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis and Chicago, as well as WRLNradio.com. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in. And I'm sure I have some people watching me on Facebook as well. We're also broadcasting live on Twitch, as well as YouTube. Yep, all of those. All of those all at once. Because this is a special show tonight. And I wanted to make sure everything was right. I just got off the phone with AT&T. And this time I didn't have to cuss them out, which was a good thing. Anyway, because they would have just cut me off altogether like they did last time. Anyway, on the phone right now, I don't know if she can hear me. Can you hear me, caller? Oh, there we go. It's amazing. Technology is wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to some and reintroduce to others. She has been in the business almost as long as I have. Almost as long as I have. Probably a little bit longer. She used to sing with a popular group that started here in Chicago. The name of that group was called Rufus. Now you say, well, didn't Shaka Khan sing with that group at first? Well, before they even got started, there was a young lady who fronted the group, and her name is Paulette McWilliams, and I have her on the phone right now. Good evening, Miss McWilliams. How are you? I couldn't be better right now. I'm speaking to a legend. I am speaking to a stomp down legend. Yes, you are. You are all that. I was looking at this YouTube video, and you were with these guys, and they were like, "You are the go-to when they're looking for someone to, I guess, do background singing." But you've had a career even before then. Um, I know your story. I just want you to tell some of our listeners your story. How did you get started in the business? Uh huh. How did that happen? Wait a minute. You were singing before you were talking. Mm-hmm. 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 At how old were you singing? Okay. So of course most people started in church. So is that your story? No. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I went to Catholic school too, so I know exactly what you're singing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when did your big break come? Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Right around the corner from where I live right now. Mm-hmm. Of course you were. Wait a minute, what happened? my phone call dropped. Oh boy. Call back. How did that happen? Oh, I know how it happened. Anyway, for those who don't know who Paulette McWilliams is, and hopefully she's going to call back so that we can finish the conversation. But and there she is. Oh, there you go. All right, that's better. You sang on Jubilee Showcase. Yes. Uh-huh. Mm. You got beat out by a ventriloquist? Oh no, no. Oh no. Uh-uh. Mm-hmm.
Crying so hard, and my mother said, "Well, what's going on?" I said, "Well, I should be a star by now."
And wait a minute, you were how old?
I was 11 and a half.
You said I should be a star by now. What's really happening here? It's not happening fast enough.
So I remember when I was like 13, and the teeth dropout campaign was going on, between 13 and 14. Herb Kent, Steve Rodney Jones, Herb Kent was always talking about, and the whole teenage dropout campaign was happening across the country.
Mm-hmm.
And I had gone in the yellow pages. Did you hear that echo?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Okay.
But I the yellow pages, and I looked up managers.
Okay.
Managers, and I found this man by the name of Don Paulty.
Okay.
And Don Paulty managed Jan Bradley. That is.
Oh. Mama didn't lie, Jan Bradley. Okay.
That's right. And I didn't know that, but I looked him up. I called him, and I said, "I need a manager."
Mm-hmm. Wow. And once again, how old were you?
My mother and father, at this point, I was almost 13, going on 14 or something like that. And my mom and my dad had no idea, but I found him in the yellow pages, and he said, "Oh, you do, huh?" I can't remember what the words were, word for word verbatim, but it turned out he and Dan Bradley and Phil Upchurch, within the following few weeks, came to my house.
Whoa.
True story. True story. Because I sang for him on the phone, and I told him how old I was, and I said, "I want to be a famous singer."
Wow. And you were a teenager. Okay.
I was a teenager. Jan Bradley wrote the A side. I wrote the B side. I was by the time I got into my first year of high school, was a group called Paulette and the Cupids,
Okay.
and Dan Bradley wrote the song, "He's nothing but a teenage dropout."
Wow.
And somebody just sent me a copy of it recently, a 45 copy of it. And when you look at the Rolling Stone article on me, you will see and hear me singing Teenage Dropout. Of course, back then my voice was much higher.
I'm sure it was, yes.
I still have my lows because I remember singing Catch a Falling Star and I sang it really low.
Okay.
But I still had a pretty wide range, but it wasn't as matured, I should say, as it is at this time. And so that record came out. It didn't really do much. Regional didn't really do much, but it just kept me singing all through high school. I went to Loretto Academy for 3 years. I decided not want to spend my last year in a Catholic school, so I went to Harlan, Luman Harlan.
Oh, you went to school with the 5 stair steps.
Yep, I sure did, and I saw them. Yeah, I sure did. And so that was where I graduated from Harlan. And then after that, I was working at the phone company, and it's so many stories within a story. And so I just I stayed with singing, I heard Don Talty called me and told me, one second.
Okay. Take your time.
No, yeah. So Don Talty told me that this group, the American Street, they were looking for a film had come out.
Okay.
And the American Breed, they were looking for 2 background singers. And I knew who the American Breed was because they had a song called "Bend Me
Any Way You Want Me."
Right. Long as you look, it's all right. Anyway, so I decided, I was like, at the time I was working at the post office just for a brief period of time. Coming in, and I would go to that audition. Now, understand, I didn't know anything about audition. Never done an audition. I was told your sheet music, like great, sheet music and whatever. I went to the members of the American Street, Gary Luizo, Charles Colbert, Steve Graziano. I went to that Charles Colbert's basement. It's also on the Chicago, only much further, much closer to like Harlan High School.
You're kind of breaking up right now. You must be moving around.
I'm not moving. I'm taking one spot.
Okay.
But I'm calling from that place. So.
Right.
And Mercury's in retrograde, so communication is not easy to say.
Right.
But anyway, I went to Charles Colbert's basement. There were like 100. There were so many girls there auditioning. My head was like, oh, and there were a lot of really good things. And they had their music. Chuck had a piano player there. I can't remember who it was. But the girls were taken up to the piano and singing, when it was their turn. Well, when my turn happened, I sang a cappella. I had no sheet music. I sang, "Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the floor. Fascinating rhythm, I'm all a quiver. What a mess you're making, the neighbors want to know." I sang that.
Okay.
And so Charles pulled me aside and said, "How late can you say you got the gig?"
You got the gig. Mm-hmm.
So I got the gig,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest is just gig after gig after gig. It's my history. I the American Greek, we changed our name
Mm-hmm.
because we were trying to be competitive with Fly in the Family Stone, which
Okay.
was ridiculous because we all know that there's no sister you. But anyway,
Right.
um,
Sly's the man.
we
Yes.
but Fly. I mean, you could that was innovative, new. It was just you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but the Greek wanted to at least get some of those kinds of gigs, and so we um, we played all over the South. We played, Wisconsin. We played, all of those Midwest regions. We played all over Iowa. We played all over,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and then we started playing a lot downtown Chicago. There was a club Rush Up. There was a club called Rush Over. There
Mm-hmm.
was Mother, and there was Beaver. There
Okay.
was the four top clubs. I think you got in Chicago, downtown Chicago, and we played them all, and we sold out every single time we played. And we ended up getting Jimmy Stella in the group. So it was Jimmy Stella, myself front, Charles Colbert, and Willie Weeks on bass, Charles came off the bass, and Jimmy Stella, Charles Colbert, and myself were the front people.
Mm-hmm.
And I have pictures for all this. I have pictures for all this. And so we just, I mean, while we were doing our thing downtown Chicago at the different clubs,
Mm-hmm.
we had celebrities coming through. We had all of the performers that were in the O'Hare, Stan Shaw, Charles Crosby. We had the 15 came on stage with us. We had Ojetta. We had Baby Hughie and the Babysitters. We had, I mean, everybody came to see Brooklyn. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
acted all this. Well, in the end, during that time, there was a young man named Howard Cole
Mm-hmm.
that I eventually married. He was best friend. Howard Cole looked like Black Jesus.
Black Jesus. Okay.
He, so he did. I mean, that's what I thought. That he was this beautiful, tall black man with his hair was long, and that's when everybody was dressing with hippie stuff. And he, Hassan Khan, were
Mm-hmm.
best friends,
Okay.
and they were always saying that Hassan said, "You got to be my wife. You got to be his wife or Saka."
Mm-hmm.
And so they integrated it. They eventually introduced Shaka and I. I actually met her and they put her name together. So I call her Yvette a lot. She and I became best, best, best friends. And the first time I would take her home because I'm older than she is. And I would take her home sometimes when I was, I had my little Dodge Dart and I would, take her, after I, get finished with the gig, I would drop her off at home. Well, one time we were out and she started singing. She was in the backseat of the car. I had my little girl, and she started singing. I don't know I love you, right?
Right.
And that came on the radio, and
Mm-hmm.
I nearly went. I said, "Oh my gosh!"
So wait a minute. You didn't know that Yvette could sing?
No, not even no. I didn't know. I knew that she could sing, but I never heard her sing.
Okay.
Until that moment. And then once I heard her sing, put it inside me to be a conduit. And that's exactly what I was always trying to get her gig along with me getting.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it was best friend. So whenever I got a gig, if there was something that I could share with, with her,
Mm-hmm.
I always shared. I got a Sears commercial. I picked her right out of my pocket. I remember when Cash McCall, do you know who that is?
Cash McCall. That name sounds
McCall,
familiar. Yeah.
It's Chesky and Flutters, all those different.
Mm-hmm.
Cash called Steve Rufus to come join his group. He was forming a group called Life. And I told him I could not leave the group because we just had really weak man. We were just
Right.
doing it. And so I told him I couldn't do it. I said, but I have a friend that when you hear her sing, you'll be happy that I remember saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And he got for a DACA joint, and and after that, after we the group went to the South France for 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
played at Ohio, all over Nice. We were in Valbonne, France. We met the Rolling Stones, and we were hanging out at bars with the guys from the Rolling Stones, and we were just last for 3 months over in France. When we got back, the band was pretty much just, kind of scary because it was all tricky into 2.5 years. And he had done one album and there for Epic Records, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't do anything. It didn't have here. But in the end, when we out Monaco, we played gigs with Richardson, Nexon, part of the booking agency. We sell baby Jewish faces. So we were always with Joyce Kennedy, Buck Gray. I mean, these are the people that we were in with Inglewood. We would, and so that's so much history there. I was getting from people were coming from states and that worked downtown would come to those clubs after they got off work, okay, and hang out all this, hearing me sing, gave me parts and said they see to sing their commercials.
Sing their commercials, huh? Okay.
And I realized that I could be with my baby, my daughter, who was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I came home with my daughter, and I was in my 20s, but I realized to be home with my daughter and still make really good money. So I decided to tell Lucas that I was going to stay at home. So they were getting ready to go, because we've been to California, California,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty big. But I decided that I was going to stay home and be a mother too. But her mother was an athlete.
Okay, fast forward. Not to cut you off. Not to cut you off, but fast forward to meeting the great Quincy Jones.
Okay, so while I was in commercials, Phil Upchurch, I was jamming with Donnie Hathaway. Phil introduced me to Donnie Hathaway. They did a demo on it with Stevens, and Phil Upchurch sent that demo that I did on Quincy Jones called me the following week and said, "You must come out and do my Body Beat tour. I want you to sing lead on my Body tour, and I want to do an album."
Wow.
That's how it all. Yeah, and from that, always getting gigs. Producers were always calling me. I never had a manager. I've never had a manager for like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a manager for a year. But never had. So God has really been fixing me. He did what I wanted. Even, the law was actually not the hit people were used to, but that's what happened. And think about it, and I stuck with way more people that Jody Watley is I don't even completely finish Mike. I sang perfect. Diana Ross, I sang on close. Herbie Hancock, Chick Corea. I sang on more stuff than what's in my biography. But the big things that I were Michael Jackson, "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough,"
Right.
And Billy Idol, "Ooh, I love you, morning." And I sang on Job to Live. I sang on
Background for the Queen, yeah.
Background, yeah. And when I met her through Luther. And I remember when I met her, I was literally shaking. And I said to her, I said, "You," because Luther had been telling her, Luther was producing her. I, just meeting her, we think about it. Now, this is the woman that was singing If you want my love, then if you really do, don't be afraid, baby. Just ask me. That was one of my favorite songs.
That's one of my favorites too. Next to "I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You."
That was killer. So when I met her, I said, you are so incredible. I was in awe. I said, you are one of the best things I've ever heard in my whole life. And she looked at me and she was so, she smiled and she said, you ain't so bad yourself.
Approval from the Queen.
Yeah, she asked for me to do certain things with her, and I actually went on the road with her. Arsenio Hall opened up for her. That's how I first met him.
Wow.
So lots of gigs, lots of work, lots of jingles. I played with LA Express, Johnny Garrett. I played with so many people. I'm singing the soundtrack on Nighthawk with Sylvester Stallone. He came in the studio. There was so many gigs that happened. Quincy introduced me to people. I met Ralph McDonald, Patty Austin, all of them through Q and Respect the Free Theater. Quincy first met Shaka because of me, because when Greek Theater, he was coming, something good had been it. He was coming down the aisle going, that's my sister, that's my sister.
So Miss McWilliams, once again, not to cut you off, how did you meet Luther?
Well, okay, so I'm getting to that. Lots of gigs, okay. So, but I auditioned and became a harlot with Bette Midler.
Right, I remember.
And Luther Vandross was also a harlot, but he was back behind the curtain.
Oh. And
that's a story on the Rosie O'Donnell. When we did Rosie O'Donnell, we told her the story. And that's when he and I first met. And that was 1980. That's before Never Too Much Thing. And he and I met, we became fast friends because we looked upon each other as like, we love singers. And he loved our voice. He and I, when one of the harlots got married, he and I sang a duet on Just the Way You Are. And, you know, he called me from that point on, from Forever, For Always, For Love. Once Never Too Much came out, so he had already demoed that.
Right.
You know, but once it came out, and he recorded Forever, For Always, For Love, he called me on that album and it was called for every album since.
Wow.
From that point. And then in 1984, after I finished touring with Marvin, he called me up and said, "Ready? Are you still touring with Marvin? How's that going?" I said, you know, because Marvin was going to produce something for me. But we all happened anyway. But he called me and I said, "You want to come on the road with me?" I said, "Sure."
Just like that.
Of course. He'll turn Luther down, you know. So that's how. And, you know, from that point, I mean, I was the only one that was actually, because Tawaka and Brenda, they had known him before me, of course, but they weren't always singing with him to that I was, because they weren't always touring with him. But just with me and Tawaka did sometimes. But they also had a lot of session work, and they didn't do it as much as I. I was on the road with them and in the studio with them. I was part of both of his tours. So I was with Luther over 20 years.
Wow.
And sang every single album except for the very last Dance with My Father. The time he did that album, I was in Russia somewhere doing my thing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, not to cut you off, because I could talk to you all night.
And there's a lot of stories.
And I want to do a part 2 of this, because there's a lot of history there. A lot of people don't know who you are. They've probably seen your name on countless album covers, you know, from Luther to Quincy. And I want to do a part 2 in a couple of weeks. So I'm gonna call you and we're gonna do it again.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. And I got to tell everybody how I got your number. You called the radio station. You called the other station I work at, WVON, and
Yep.
someone was supposed to interview you. I don't know if you ever got interviewed by the guy.
No one ever called me.
And I
No
said,
one ever
and I said, what is your name again? You said Paulette McWilliams. I'm like, the Paulette McWilliams. I'm like,
Chicago's my home. I'm not getting any love.
well, you got some love tonight, and in 2 more weeks, you're gonna get some more love because, like I said, you are. You know, I've always been a fan of the background singers. If you listen to all of Luther's songs, the background singers are just as important as Luther's, you know, singing. But he was meticulous in the studio. Let me ask you one more question about Luther. How was he in the studio?
He was brilliant. He was fun. He was lovable, and he was absolutely. It was a lesson. It was a wonderful lesson because I mean, that's how I am now in the studio. I write out the parts. He had everything written out, what he wanted us to do. He would sing the parts for us, but you have to be fast. If you sang a part, you couldn't emulate it. You weren't going to get a call back.
Wow. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, he was a real taskmaster.
Yeah, no, well, not in a harsh sense. He just wanted that could really sing, and he wanted certain tones. He loved certain tones that were fat, that could match his stuff, so it let them make his record sound even better than what they would sound without the singer.
Wow.
So that he was a kind, a taskmaster in a harsh way.
Right.
He just knew what he wanted, you know. He just knew what he wanted, and he knew what he wanted long before we came around. So he finally got to do that. He lived vicariously through us as background singers because he was a background singer. Because he knew what they were capable of.
Exactly. Paulette McWilliams, like I said, I hate to cut you off, but in 2 more weeks, and you got to promise me when you come home to Chicago, please give me a call and
I will.
Let's hook up.
Let's put a dinner or lunch or something.
Sounds great to me.
All right. Okay, Alan. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Paulette McWilliams, ladies and gentlemen. Once you've heard that interview, you'll probably grab a couple of album covers, and her name will be on there. 2 more weeks, we're going to talk to her again because, like Troy said, she's telling her whole life story, but I want to hear the rest of it. I want to hear what she's doing for herself these days besides singing behind others. Paulette McWilliams here on WOSD Radio, BiggsRadio.com, and WRLN. She's singing on this one. As a matter of fact, if you go to the Mellow Madness album by Quincy Jones, you'll see her name, and it says, Introducing Paulette McWilliams. Here's Mellow Madness. Mellow, mellow, mellow. Ba-dum-dum-ba-dum. Maybe what you do. That right there was history. I don't care what you say, Troy. You can't get me tonight. That shoot. And I had to pee. I was like, oh well. But once again, guys, go look her up. Go to your album covers and everything else. You'll see her name on there. Every album that Luther did, she sang on those. So that is so cool. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. Let me see. Where am I going to save this? I got to save this. I recorded it. Let's see. Let's go to save it on the desktop. Yeah. Paulette McWilliams. Interview. So whomever was supposed to interview her, they dropped the ball. Woo, they dropped the ball. And I caught it. Thank you, sis. Thank you very much. I didn't have to ask much. She just answered my questions. I'll be right back. Wow. One of my best interviews, I tell you. Hope you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now that was legendary. Mm-mm. Let me bring up some of Luther's background singers. Terry from Gary. Hey, Terry, how are you? Let's see, Luther Vandross's background singers. Keep us apart. I'm working as usual. I know the feeling. Trust me. Trust and believe. I know what you're talking about. I got off work at 6, didn't get home till almost 8 o'clock. So I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Next, I'm going to get Quincy Jones. Mark my words. Quincy won't do any interviews. Guess what? I got the inside track. Trust and believe. And see, Quincy can cuss all he wants to. This is internet. Mm-mm. Luther Vandross. Going Out of My Head, originally done by Little Anthony and the Imperials. Going Out of My Head. Luther has had many background singers throughout his career. Some of his longtime background singers include Lisa Fisher, Cindy Mizell, Brenda White King, Fonzie Thornton, Ava Cherry, Kevin Owens. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he took Harry Ray's place in Ray Goodman and Brown. He became Kevin Ray Owens. Yeah, he sang with Luther as well. And of course, tonight's special guest, Miss Paulette McWilliams, sang with Luther. As she said, not his first album, but every album after that. And like I said, in 2 more weeks, we're going to talk to her one more time. Paulette McWilliams, thank you so much. I'm glad I saved her number. I'm glad I found her number right here. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, of course. Excuse me, eating right now as usual. Hello to Terry Sams, or as I like to call her, Terry from Gary. Back to Paulette McWilliams. This was the album that she was actually introduced on. If you have the album at home, I'm sure John Caldwell has the album. The name of the album was called Mellow Madness, and she's singing on this song by Quincy Jones, Bluesette, on Bedtime Stories, with your peanut butter brother, Dante Al Greer. Mm-mm-mm. Go on, Toots. Go ahead. John Caldwell. I know you got this album, John. Mellow Madness by Quincy Jones. Introducing Paulette McWilliams. Whoa. The blues that don't you cry, don't you fret. Blues will be forsaken. What a brand new copy. Stop. Woo! Blues that. Jim Gilstrap. Blues that. yeah. Please, woo, Lord. Mm. Oh man, I want to I want to interview her again. I'm gonna do it in 2 weeks. I'm gonna interview her once more. Mm-mm. That was wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I was trying to rush her on to to talk about Luther, but but great story. She was the original lead singer of the group Rufus. John Caldwell. What about Louisiana? You're in Louisiana right now? You were just at the promontory, though. Good Lord. Gigging your butt off. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, you're in town. Okay. I would love to get or see that copy of Quincy Jones. Of course, I know I ain't gonna get it because that's a classic album. I think that was one of the no. I was trying to say it was one of the first albums he did on A&M, but I think Body Heat came before Mellow Madness because that was right when he discovered the Brothers Johnson because they were on that same album before they even had a record label or a record deal or whatever. That was the album that what was the song? I'll Be Good to You was on that album. So Walking in Space was the first one on A&M. Yep. Boom, do, 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. Love that song. Walking in Space. Yep, they were part of the God Squad with Billy Preston. Quincy said, "Nah, you guys are coming with me now." Now, I don't. I think Luther did all the background vocals on that one. That was "Promise Me" from Luther right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Terry Sams, aka Terry from Gary. John Caldwell, he said he has a brand new copy. of Mellow Madness by Quincy Jones featuring Paulette McWilliams. I'm going to be talking about her all long. I tell you. Like I said, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to invite her back on the show. And by that time, I hope to have her in town so she can, I have to clean up a little bit. Anyway, Bedtime Stories is sponsored by our good friends over at Grubhub. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Grubhub is a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories here on WOSD Radio, DB Chicago, America's Old School and Dusties, WDLB Indianapolis and Chicago, BiggsRadio.com, as well as WRLNRadio.com, a radio media station. Now we got that out of the way. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Once again, thanking Paulette McWilliams for being on my show. And I just met her by accident. She called the radio station, like I said, she called WVON, looking for someone else who never returned the phone call. So thank you to my cousin T.O. Hardiman for not calling her back. I really appreciate that. And I wrote down her number. I said, look, we got to get you back home. We got to get you back here in Chicago. So, anywho, is Larry Graham and One in a Million You on Bedtime Stories. Boom, boom, boom. Of us this going to be so long. To give in. Tom Jones and Ed Too Tall Jones are way cooler and more talented than Quincy Jones. Ed Too Tall Jones, okay. If you say so, Troy. Mm-mm. That's a good one. The 10-year-old child that took the gun to school, mom got charged. Good. And it's just like I said the other night. I said if they hold the parents accountable, yeah, hold the parents accountable. Get in their pockets. I bet you they won't do nothing anymore. I'm just saying. Yep. Make the parents accountable for whatever the children do. And I guarantee you, crime will go down. Yep. You say Troy Anthony's awesome. Yes, he is. Exactly why I have a loaded gun in the house around a child and knew where the gun was. Once again, make the parents accountable, and you won't have any more problems. You tell that child you go out and shoot somebody, we're both going to jail. You know, because you killed them, I'm going to kill you. I brought you in this world, and I can take you out. You know, I'm just saying, make the parents pay. You.
Put on your PJs.
But once again, hold the parents accountable, and we won't have no more problems. Crime solved. Yep. Why would a child know where a gun is in the house? Why? Guns are not for children. Guns are for grown folks to protect children. But you're probably saying, well, Al, what if somebody breaks in the house and they're holding their mom hostage? Well, then go get the gun. But make sure that child knows how to use the gun, because, you know, they see the child holding the gun and they'll be like, what you gonna do, shoot me? Be like that little boy in Harlem Nights. hmm So I shot him. But that would be the only instance where that child should know where that gun is. You know, if someone is, you know, raping his mama or something, then yeah. Do what I asked you to do, Junior. Okay, Mom. And shoot him in the boo boo on the downstroke. Pow! Get off my mama. Woo! You know, yeah, one shot in the butt cheeks, and that ought to slow him down. Trust me. You like, you got shot by a kid? Yeah, I did. Yeah. You deserve to be in jail then. What were you doing? Raping his mama? Well, yeah, there you go. Don't play with a kid and their mama. Especially if it was a little mama's boy. He gone luckily he didn't empty it out on your butt. In your butt. So dang, nobody's watching me on Twitch. What the? Mm-mm. Yeah, I got to do Twitch because Twitch pays. Shoot. One in a Million from Aaliyah. One in a Million You from Larry Graham, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. As I stated earlier, I was on the phone with AT&T, and they decided, let's see, I paid my bill on the 6th, and they cut it off today on the 10th. And see, the thing is, you have to keep records of your bills, because without that bill, they would have said, well, I'm sorry, we can't turn you back on. He said, well, that money got credited to another account. I said, ma'am, I only have one account. If somebody else has an account in my name and they're using it, cut that itch off, okay? I said I should only have one account, and that is ending in 8120. Okay? I paid you all $167.80 on the 7th. Well, it shows here that you paid on another account that's in your name. I said, shut that off. That ain't me. That ain't me. So they called the number and nobody answered. They said it went straight to the voicemail. I'm sure it did. Cut them off. I don't care. Cut them off. It's 2023. I'm getting mean. Okay. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Ken Wadlington, also to Ronnie Williams. Thanks for checking in to Bedtime Stories on Facebook Live. Here's Lakeside. I just want to hold your hand, girl. That's what they always say, yeah. That and just let me put the, well, never mind. It's Bedtime Stories. So boom. I wanna hold your hand right now. Happy inside. Ken Wadlington. Ken Dub. Bum, 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 bum. What's that mean? Mm. Baby. Well, I wanna hold. Ooh, pardon me. Ding, 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 ding. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm. Playing that glockenspiel, baby. Sping, ding, 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 ding. Wow. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, me? Mm, 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 oh, oh. Sing, Rick. That's what I used to do. It was pain. Patricia Horton, what's going on? Pat Horton. Turned on my. All right, thank you, baby. Ooh, Ronnie. 744-065. Huh. What I used to do. Gary T, where? On my live? For real? Shut the front door. Yep, Ronnie, you got to help me build up my listeners on Twitch. Twitch. Yeah, DJ Reg. I was like, hey, cut me in or cut it out. It's Gary T, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. I must be living right. He said, yeah, I'm here. Yeah. What about it? Yeah. Man, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, that's what's up. I got John Caldwell and Gary T on my live. I tell you. I'm getting there. Mr. T, what's going on? Yeah. I pity the fool that's not on my live, Mr. T. Huh? I pity them. Huh? Might be missing something. Huh? So you missed my my interview with Paulette McWilliams. I'm going to interview her in 2 more weeks. I'm hoping once it warms up that she'll, be hanging out here in Chicago. So I'm like, wow. Don't get no better than that. When you say same old thing, different day. John said, you've arrived. I know, right? I appreciate all jokes aside, Gary, man, I appreciate you being on my live. I really do. I really do. I hope we can move forward. Whatever happened to us in the past is in the past. Let's move forward. We need each other. Now I started to sound like Obama. We need each other to get ahead, else we'll be left behind. Just ask Shasha Malia. One of them got left behind once. I said, didn't we have 2 children with us, Michelle? You left one of my babies, Barack. I thought she was in the back seat. Rick James, Tina Marie, Fire and Desire, right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to John Caldwell and Gary T, also known as Gary Tyson. Thank you so much for being on my Facebook Live. As well as Paulette McWilliams. He said, send me a friend request so I can see what you look like. I'm like, oh, no, you don't want to see what I look like because you'll never come to Chicago to see me. You're like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. What'd you say, Ken? They go low, we go high. That's right. That's right. That's what my wife said the other night. They go low, we go high. So says Barack. I can smell what Barack is cooking right now. Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. I know that's a bad imitation of Barack. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. It gets greater later, you know. Once again, hello to Gary T. Here, the Jones Girls, Children of the Night. Yeah. What was that? Saturday night, I think. Yeah, Saturday night. I came home and Oprah was on. I know it was an old show, and they were talking about Michelle's book. I was like, wow. And Oprah had on these killer boots. I was like, dang, oh, yeah, she was killing it on the boots, boy. I tell you. Yeah. So I, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this. Uh, one day I was looking at a magazine, of course, old magazine, and she's on every cover of the magazine, right? And they had one where she was laying out. I think she was laying on a bed of roses or something, and they they did their best to airbrush her feet. I was like, oh, oh, she's fine all the way down to her ankles. I don't care what nobody said. Y'all can say what you want to say about Oprah. I was almost Stedman. I saw her in a hair salon one time. I was with my cousin Michael Gunn, who's a photographer, and he was like, "Wait here in the lobby. I got to run upstairs right quick." I said, "Okay." There was a spiral staircase. It was at Lee Jones Studio downtown on the Gold Coast. And I looked up. I was reading, magazines that was on the table, and I looked up, and there was this lady coming down the spiral staircase. It was almost as if it were in slow motion. And it was Oprah. She had just gotten her hair done, so it was still, bouncing and behaving. I was like, and I just looked. I was like, and she walked out the door. I was like, my cousin came back downstairs. He said, "Are you okay, cuz?" I said, "I just saw Oprah." Did you speak to her? No, I couldn't say nothing. And there went my chance. I know Gary's saying, no, you ain't had no chance with Oprah. Well, this was before she met Stedman now. Okay. This is when she was doing AM Chicago. It wasn't the Oprah Winfrey show yet. She was doing AM Chicago. It wouldn't become the Oprah Winfrey show for another year. I'm like, dang. I could have been somebody, y'all. Mm-hmm. Instead of having breakfast at Pearl's Place, I could have owned Pearl's Place. Been O's Place. I'd have named everything after Oprah. Mm-hmm. But anywho, man, so close. Yeah, but see, back then I was, I was I was a little bit better looking. I'll just put it that way. I was a little bit better looking. I was cute back then. Now they say I'm seasoned. That distinguished gentleman. It's like, dang, distinguished. Okay, I'll take that. Distinguished. It's a nice way of saying I'm old.
Bedtime stories with Greer. Something on your mind.
That close. Man. Who knows what may have happened? Nothing. I wasn't tall enough, I guess. Stedman's like really tall. Like, like 6'4", 6'4". Dang. I have no viewers on Twitch. Ronnie, help me, Ronnie, help me, Ronnie. Get some viewers on Twitch. Help me, Ronnie, help me, Ronnie. Guaranteed. Your card's right. Everything gonna be alright with me. Mm. Mm-mm. But wouldn't that have been something? Me with Oprah? No? Okay. Never mind. It's gonna be all right. Mm. Ooh, baby. Well, thank you, Gary. I appreciate it, man. I look forward to seeing you next month at Pearl's place. Love you. Love you, baby. Love you, baby. Gary T, ladies and gentlemen. And the crowd goes wild. Feel free to stop by anytime, Gary T. Mm, 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 mm. She was born Selena Thompson. She took her dad's stage name and became Selena Johnson. If you play your cards right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Gary T. Thanks for checking in to Bedtime Stories on my Facebook Live. Coming up in about 25 minutes, you know what it is. It's foreplay right here on Bedtime Stories. Like as my mic fades out. Okay, back in there. Get back in there. Phone, microphone. Anyway, it's a classic from Brenda and the Tabulations. Right on the tip of my tongue, right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Who's playing drums on that song? Love slip away. My tongue. Spat that boot. Sounds like Mr. Earl Young on the drums. Wait a minute. The tip of my tongue. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Right on the tip of my tongue. Sorry, I watched Austin Powers the other night. Just say. On my tongue. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can I be your own man? Say you love me. Mm-hmm. She's gonna change. You're only man. Shoot. Keep on trying. Shoot, I've been trying for the past 6 years. The Impressions. And I've been trying right here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. People keep asking me, what are you a doctor of? I said, well, just listen. I'm operating. Guess you all don't get that part, right? Here's little Anthony and the Imperials, the first of two in a row on Bedtime Stories. All right, about going on. This ice on the shore. No time to worry. Me down. No time to worry. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. no more. Time to worry. Don't have time to worry. Or won't have time to worry. Thelma Houston was way better than Whitney Houston, but neither are as good as baseball. Detroit Pistons forward Allen Houston. Every time. I'm so afraid. To love you. It's very hard for me to explain a loss of words. Help me find a way. Oh, baby. Little Anthony Gordine. The Imperials have helped me find a way to say I love you. Phew. That is a deep song. That is like it's like a 2.5 minute symphony. Of course, Tom Bell did it, so that makes sense. Of course, with MFSB in the background, you can't go wrong. You can always get a hit. Like this guy said, you can put Deputy Dog right in the middle of the studio and get a hit, depending on what musicians you have backing you. Either the Funk Brothers or MFSB or Booker T and the MGs. You can't go, or the Wrecking Crew. Can't forget the Wrecking Crew. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, with the first of two in a row from Chicago's own Shylights. I can't listen to that too long. I get hypnotized. I've come and gone. Sing, Uncle Marshall. Baby, nothing in this world is gonna. Nothing in this world is gonna. Ooh, it's almost time for foreplay. Nothing in this world is gonna.
Stories without Greer.
There will never be any peace until God. Set the conference table. Peace until God. Set the conference table. at the conference table. And what's his name? In, dun, dun. Isn't that a beautiful song? The Shawlites, there will never be any peace until God is seated at the conference table. Wow, don't get no better than that. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, sponsored by our good friends over at Grubhub. Grubhub is a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis and Chicago, as well as WRLNradio.com, a Ray Neal media station. Of course, this is an AG entertainment station. Don't get it twisted. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. It is time for foreplay. This guy hails from Harlem, New York, USA. He used to sing with a group called Mystic Merlin. He was discovered by Melba Moore, who took him to her then record company, which was owned by her and her husband. Yep. And he was signed to their production company, which was Hush Records. Well, one thing led to another, and of course, Freddie became a platinum selling album artist. Got that out, didn't I? Tonight, we flip. Oh, God. You know I'm tired. I'm mixing the stations together. Tonight, in Foreplay, we feature the music of Freddie Jackson. Flipping the 45s and playing the B-sides. Here's Freddie Jackson in Foreplay on Bedtime Stories. Hey, lover. Hey, everybody's awfully quiet tonight, or am I off the air? Which one is it? Nope, I'm still on. Facebook didn't kick me off this time. Mhm. Mm-mm. No. Sing Freddie. Freddie. Kevin Ray Owens. Uh-oh. Boo, boo. Woo-ah. Drop my headphones. Ease yourself. Welcome to our Twitch viewers. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Twitch on. Twitch on. If you just trust in me. Sing, Freddie. You know, I thought when Luther passed that Freddie would just step into those shoes, but I guess they were just too big for Freddie. Too big for Freddie to step in. Lady G, what's up? What's up, me? Okay. I hear you. So, like that song that I sent you, huh? That song that I sent you. I'm like, that was way before Vanity 6 and Apollonia 6. And yeah, it was just stupid. That song was just raunchy. I mean, it just went into raunchiness. It didn't like, you know, mosey up to it. It just went into raunchiness. So like, whoa. I, oh, oh. I was like, whoa. What did she say? What, I had to back it up. I'm like, am I hearing what I'm hearing? What was her name? It wasn't Bessie Smith, I know. Yeah, that song definitely got my attention. Lucille Bogan. Okay. I was like, excuse me, what was that she said? I can't see my comment on this app. Well, I can see it. Mm-mm. Lucille Bogan. Mm-mm. Hmm. Sounds like she should have sang with Funkadelic. I got jam on my legs and I'm ready to spread. Mm-mm. Yeah, only I can see your comments. So you can say or do whatever you want to. No one else can see it. Smithers. Mm-hmm. I must investigate this Lucille Bogan. I'm sure she has some other cuts out there that we need to cover. I'm just saying. Be right back. Freddie. Mm. You never did respond to my friend request. Let me fix that right now. What am I eating tonight? Subway. Eat fresh. It's actually tuna. Yep, actually tuna. Tuni. Tuni fish. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Want you right now. I could use a little love right now. Mm-mm. It's yummy once you dress it up, you know, with the lettuce and the tomatoes and the hot peppers. Mm-hmm. Come on. Mm. Glenn Walker, what's going on, man? Please call DJ Kenny G. He's worried about you. You okay, man? We talked about you today. He's like, have you heard from Glenn? I'm like, no, it was the last post that you posted was to pray for you. Well, I guess you're doing okay now, right? Mm-mm. Hmm. Wild Women of the Blues. Sippy Wallace Thomas. Called Shave 'em Dry. Okay. Oh my. Things are better. I'm glad, man, because that last post kind of scared me. I mean, I wasn't the only one. Like I said, DJ Kenny G was asking about you. He said, aren't you guys neighbors? I was like, yeah, we sure are. We sure are. So I'm glad you're doing better, sir. Thanks, as always, for being on my live. I thought I was going to have to use your internet tonight to get on the air. I was like, oh, no, no. Dios mia. Anyway. Uh, So I was on the phone with AT&T for almost a whole hour. I'm like, look, I paid you all on the 7th. It went to another account. What account did it go to? I only have one account. Whose account did I pay? 'Cause I got a confirmation saying that I paid. So, but Glenn, I'm glad you're okay. I can tell DJ Kenny G that you're okay and everything is okay. Okay? Okay. Yep, you just missed Gary. Gary T was on earlier. Gary T has never been on my Facebook Live ever, 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 ever. No. Yeah, I'll tell him because he's probably in the bed now. Well, that's right. He's used to staying up now because he had just retired a few years ago from the CTA. So I'm sure he's probably up and listening to bedtime stories. Not, he's probably in the bed. He don't stay up that late. He's in the bed. He's definitely in the bed. Once you get used to that schedule, going to bed early, it's it's hard to stay up. It's like, oh, yeah. Pretty Mouth Magic. Ooh, I know who that is. Ooh. Hey, Miss Hollywood. How you doing, Miss Hollywood? She said, I'm the original Miss Hollywood. Don't get it twisted. The original. I am good. How are you? I see you got the night off. For old time's sake. Oh, you at work now? Oh, my bad. Okay. Which one, La Rabita or the senior home? Or are you pouring drinks? Which one is it? This woman got more jobs than me, or just as many as I have. Where you going tonight, Al? Oh, I got to go to work. Then what are you doing? Going to work. I mean, well, what are you doing in between going to work? Driving to work. That's what I'm doing in between. Like on Thursday, I'll leave VON and go straight to WBGX, 1570 AM, the Big Gospel Express, home of your favorite ministries. La Rabita. All right, and she's watching me on Twitch, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. So I got Lady G and Miss Hollywood watching me on Twitch. I'm building this Twitch audience because the more people I get paid. So tell your friends to watch me on Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube. But Twitch pays. Facebook always cuts me off for playing music. So, hey, they might cut me off for saying Twitch. But anyway. Yeah, they put you on punishment, put you in the corner. Be like, smash, and you're off. Yeah, they don't like you talking about the competition. So, So at any minute, I could be cut off of Facebook. But that's just it. Facebook is my home. Oh, mm-hmm. He came out the gate with a hit. Freddie Jackson wrapping up foreplay. Rock with me tonight. For old time's sake. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep. The greatest love songs of all time. And I got a new friend tonight, Paulette McWilliams. I cannot stop talking about her. I was, as a matter of fact, she sent me a text saying, send me a friend request on Facebook. I'm like, okay. So I did. And of course, she immediately accepted it. And I saw some of the videos. As a matter of fact, there was one video where her and, of course, all the background singers were there. Fonzie Thornton, Lisa Fisher, her, Kevin Ray Owens. Yeah. From Ray Goodman and Brown. I'm like, wow. And they were on some show that was hosted by Ted Danson. I'm like, when did Ted Danson, when did he have a show? Maybe he was filling in for somebody that night. Anyway, thank you to Paulette McWilliams once again. I will be reaching out to you in a few weeks so we can do it again. Here's the first of two in a row from Eddie James Kendricks. Hello to Glenn C. Walker, my neighbor. I'm glad he's okay. I'm so sick of Facebook correctional. They can kiss my entire. Okay. Her daughter has some great music too. I play her on my show. I didn't know up until tonight that she even had a daughter. I'm like, oh my. That's what's up. You know, I'm so happy to have connected with her. I'm so happy. She's like, I'm trying to get back home. I said, hey, I got you. Take my hand. Let's come on home. Yeah, hook me up, man. Hook me up. As I didn't even know. Well, I knew she had a daughter, but I didn't know the daughter sang too. You know, it's a show enough family affair. That's what's up. So what's her daughter's name? And who her daddy is? That's what I want to know. Because you know how it is. You know, they be on tour. You know, like what was that name? Helen Baylor, I think it is, the gospel singer. She had a baby by Heat Waves tour manager. You know, he was selling drugs and stuff, and she was helping him sell drugs, and now they both got saved. I said, oh, okay. That's a good thing. Bridget McWilliams. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely hook me up, man. Hook me up. You know, she's got a great voice. I mean, I don't see why she's not more famous than she is. You know, she's like the go-to person when somebody needs background singers. You know, so said I like several songs by Helen Baylor. Well, you know, my favorite one is, I had a praying grandmother. I love that song. Helen's Testimony. Yeah, I can listen to that one over and over again. Helen's Testimony. And just a little singing in it. But I had a praying grandmother. Mm-mm. She said I hit the wall. Bam. It seemed like my all my bodily functions were just doing this thing. I was like, whoa, what did you smoke? Mm-mm. I'm scary. Scary to her. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hey, Helen Baylor. Hey, hey, hey. Eddie K. Bridget McWilliams. Yeah, please do. I'd love to hear it.
It automatically screens calls, so you only answer the ones you want. And filters intrusive sound.
Mm-mm. She sound like a mama. Good Lord. Oh my. Oh my. Thanks, Glenn. That's a good Steppers song. That's a good one. Thank you. Lifting up the name of Jesus, can you reach my friend? And one other one, I forget the name. Russell Baker, what's going on, man? Shake and bake in the house. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. As always, thank you, sir. My man, Russell, shake and bake. Yeah. Hey, nobody's watching me on YouTube. Wow. Wow. Well, that's cool. Can't have it all, but, I'm trying. Eddie James Kendricks. If you let me, I know I can. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. 23 minutes in front of midnight. I just thought I'd say that. 23 minutes in front of midnight. Hello to Glenn Walker once again, my neighbor. Also to Lady G and Russell Baker, a.k.a. Shake and Bake, who can sing. He just, man, he can sing. That's how I met him. He was singing at a open mic. I'm like, who is this brother? He got a good voice. I'm gonna write a song for him so he can record it. So so we can make some money. Because I can't sing. You forget about it. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Lawana Trailer. She wanted to hear this one from the SOS Band. Tell me if you still care. Look a Little Closer by Helen Baylor. What's the other song that she made? If it was the dun on my side, what would I do if it wasn't for the Lord on my side? Well, that's the one, yeah. Me know, let me know. Look a little closer. Helen Baylor. What's been going on, Shake and Bake? Still want me. Me. Still, if I still care. And please sing, blame, please sing, blame. John Caldwell. Tell me. Listen to my heart, baby. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Tell me if you still care. Shake and bake. Lady G. Can a brother get some salmon croquettes, Lady G? I'm just saying. That's right, Glenn Walker. My neighbor, Glenn Walker. We moved in at the same time. Our anniversary is coming up. July. Wow. Think I'll have another housewarming, huh? Get another coffee pot. Woo. I'm standing here on the outside of your love. You girl. Only God can have you raised. Want you. Put me into your world. Mm. You said this kind of thing. Change. Lowana, hey, down. Anticipate. Reminds me of the night that I got locked out of the bedroom. I was working for this radio station, right? I got a phone call saying that the station was off the air. I said, "For real? Okay." So of course I had to get up and go to, what was it, 41st and King Drive, and turn the radio station back on with the engineer. By the time I got back home, Mrs. Greer had locked the bedroom door. I got in the house, but I couldn't get in the bedroom. So I ended up either sleeping on the couch or sleeping downstairs in the man cave, one of those. Yeah, that was the beginning of the end. Anyway, and then this last time I was knocking on the door, I'm calling people's phones and stuff. You know, she put her phone on Do Not Disturb. It's like, okay, all right. So I slept in my car. At that time, I had the truck. Yeah, the big white truck. Yeah, missed that truck. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al. I got one more song to play tonight. One more song from America's favorite dad. Right on, Paul was wrong. Mm. 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 Yes, promises. Like baby rabbits. And to your intimate toes. Woo! Mm.
Add or take away the same full red flower model.
Mm. 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 You know, the jukebox. Listen. It's a vampire's mood music. I know, right? Mm. Oh. Oh. Mm. Congrats. Nice. Woo! You don't get no deeper than that. Arthur Prysock, your body makes eyes at me. Gonna do it for your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Thank you so much to Paulette McWilliams for calling in this evening. In 2 more weeks, we're gonna do it again and again and again. Glenn Walker, Russell Shakenbake, John Caldwell, Gary T, Lady G, Ken Watlington, Miss Hollywood, thank you so much. All of you guys, really appreciate you. Like I said, we do it again real soon right here on Bedtime Stories. Get well soon, Glenn. And you too, Troy. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Miss Delicious. Peace. Peace. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. So much. So much. You guys rock. You're the best. You too, Troy. You rock too. Good night, all.